Hey friends, welcome to Her Home and Harvest. My name is Alana, and today I just figured I'd give you a quick update on everything that's going on in the garden and with my seeds. So let's jump right into it. I didn't show you guys me planting these, but right here, before we go outside, we have some onions. I've never started onion from seeds, and I wanted to try this year, so I did that. I've got Thai peppers. I was having a hard time finding Thai pepper seeds, and I was able to find them. I had to get them online from Territorial Seeds, yeah, up in Oregon. And then this section right here is zinnias. I'm probably gonna have to cut some of those back. I've never grown zinnias before, so honestly I have no clue what I'm doing with that. Here are my marigolds. Yeah, that didn't end well, did it? I got two little marigolds. Oh, the focus won't focus. Two little marigolds right there that popped up. And then this is my California wildflower mix. So I'm really excited for those. So that's what's going on inside. Now let's take you outside. All right, sorry, I had to make a voiceover because they were doing construction outside, so you can't hear anything I was saying. Right here, I'm just showing you my basil and these two little cayennes that were that water jug experiment that went fine. These are little baby bok choy. I've never grown bok choy. I seeded these a couple weeks ago, and I've never seen that. Do you see these weird first leaves? It was like three. Like this one looks normal, and the other two didn't. But I'm excited to see if those go well. These are some cucumbers that I decided to put in here when they were kind of outgrowing the seed trays, and I'm glad that I did because they're doing way better than the other ones. This Thai pepper plant is ready to be put to bed. It's 3 years old. These are my sweet potato slips. They're about ready for me to start popping them off, and I'll take them inside and root them in some water. This is just some oregano that I'm probably going to replace. Here's my seedling tray that you guys did with me. I got some basil that I didn't have place for, some oregano, and these are my sad cucumbers. The ones on the right there are doing okay, but the ones on the left, not so much. This is a white scallop squash. It's doing okay here. I just don't know where to put it yet. I got some jalapenos and California wonder peppers. The peppers are all growing really slow, which isn't surprising to me, but it's kind of sad. I think I might have really missed my window for the California wonder peppers. Those are the bell peppers. So these are my tomatoes and tomatillos. They range from doing really great to okay. They're all planted that day that I showed you. In the back there, I've got 2 tomatoes and the tomatillo. Right here, I'm showing you cherry tomatoes. More cherry tomatoes. Sorry for my crummy camera work. Those are the beefsteaks on the right there, and these are 2 more tomatillos, and I decided to pick this one out because I didn't need to here. So it's gone. Goodbye, little guy. Hopefully that'll give the other 2 a better chance. And this is a Roma tomato, and the 2 just in front of it are also Roma tomatoes. It's just crazy to me that these were all planted on the same day, and they're growing so differently. But, you know, it's just cool to see how that works. These are the these are white scallop squash. It'd be nice to remember what you plant. This is a jalapeno that's been overwintered for 3 years. It's kind of seen its last day, but it's still giving me fruit. So we'll see if it comes back. I mean, there's leaves on it. This is a bear's lime, I think is how you pronounce it, and that's some garden junk that I need to put away or do something with. This is just a mandarin tree somebody gave me. I put up this cattle panel for growing my tomatoes up, so I can't wait to get those in the ground and get those going up that. This is my lemon tree. It's doing okay. That's the Caracara orange at the top. It's doing okay. And I got sidetracked when I was doing this because look at these roses. There's so many of them, and they smell so good, you guys. They're so pretty, and these buttery petals, and this is me smelling it. They just smell so good. So, you know, I keep talking about wanting to take them out, but I love roses, and look at how well they're doing. These are all the red roses that are coming in. I definitely think in the next day or 2 I'm gonna cut some of these back and put them in a vase. And this little guy that I always want to take out because he's in my way, so pretty. I love these roses. All right, back to vegetables. These are zucchinis. I put them in the ground the same time as I put those scallop squash, and they are not doing as well. They're doing okay though. These are my peach trees, you guys. I thinned these peach trees last week, and I thinned off over 250 peaches from both of these trees. And look at how chock full of peaches these branches still are. I mean, in this one branch right here, there's over 20 peaches. I don't know if you could see all of those, but there's well over 20 peaches in that one branch, and that's not going to work. It would definitely break that branch. So I'm going to have to go back and thin some more. These two peaches are Eva's Pride Peach and August Pride Peach. And here are my apple trees. They're doing all right. I mean, they're doing good, but they're just a little wonky looking. And they have fruit on them. If you can see those apples there. This poor little avocado has been struggling for so long, you guys. And then that avocado was doing great up until about a week ago. I don't know what happened to it. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research. It just does not look happy, and there's so many flowers on it. So I had a local avocado group that I'm in on Facebook tell me to try to shake off some of these flowers to kind of reduce the load on these plants. So I'm just shaking the tree just a little bit, and so many little flowers are falling off of it. So I'm going to have to do a little research as to why this tree is losing its leaves. It's happened before. This tree's lost its leaves before and come back, great. But I would ideally not like to see my tree lose almost all of its leaves. Here's a part where the branch is getting burned a little bit by the sun. I need to come out here and paint these trees. I have the paint. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I've got some kale here that you saw before, and then these are little carrot seeds coming up. And here's some potatoes that I got started. Right here we have some turnip seeds that are sprouting. This is the parsley that looks really sad because I just harvested a bunch of it a couple days ago. My green onions. These are the carrots that I have had in the hill for a few months now. And I planted a bunch of onion sets right here. And they're starting to come up, which is exciting. And you can see some green onions coming up in between them. But the bigger ones, those are onion sets that I planted. I wanted to see the difference between planting these onion sets here and the ones that I started from seed indoors. So here's my carrots. You can always go when you're growing carrots and kind of poke around the top of the soil and see, what kind of, can I get an idea of what size your carrot is? Like that one looks like it's a nice big carrot. But sometimes, as you'll see in a second, it's not always the best indicator. And this one looked like it was a good size, but then I pull it out and that happens. You guys, the top of that carrot was so big, and it is the stubbiest little carrot I've ever seen. So here are the avocado trees and the pluots, and then I've got the apples at the top. I don't know if I talked about the pluots. Those still need to be thinned. There's hundreds of little pluots on those pluot trees. So the pluots, the apples, and the peaches are all doing the best out of all the trees I have in my back hill. All of them have fruit on them. It's very exciting. So it's towards the end of March, and that is where things are right now. Some things are doing great. Some things are doing not so great, as you saw. And, lessons learned. Looked like it was going to be a good carrot, and then boop, it's so tiny. Though, to be fair, the actual, top of it didn't look like it was making a big carrot. So, but there I have. I want to harvest something every time I go into the garden, and I did. I still have plenty more to do, and I'm excited to see what this growing season is going to look like and what I'm able to actually get done. But no matter what I'm doing, I get food from my garden, and I always enjoy that. So thanks for joining me, and I'll give you an update coming up probably in mid-April. Still tastes like a carrot. Very crunchy.